Fox News has managed to dominate the ratings when it comes to cable news, and so I'm just curious what you
think. For a dozen years now.
Yeah, for a dozen years now. What is it within the Fox News formula that has managed to resonate? Even though they still they have all this rating success, they're also changing up their lineup. They have Megyn Kelly, that now is doing a primetime show, which they think is going to tap into that key demographic of the younger viewer. But I thought that Sean Hannity was a star, and so why did they move Sean Hannity to a later time slot? I'm just curious what your insight is there as to what's making those changes.
Well, to be honest, the great success of Fox News in many ways has been based on its consistency. It identified a couple of things that I think really allowed it to soar. It identified that there was a sizable niche. That's really what cable news is. There's just a large niche of people, almost always less than 1% of the country at any one time, that had felt alienated by the mainstream press and spoke to them. And you know what? It really did. And it did so on a daily basis. The brilliance of Fox was that it also picked out a couple of stories every day and said, these are the ones we're really going to talk about. Maybe there's slight variations on a theme, a slightly different emphasis from host to host, show to show, but these are the ones we're really going to hammer home. And people came there to watch and they stayed. In recent years, Fox's audience, like much of cable news, has really aged, and Fox's in particular. And so they thought, how can we continue to do this for a new generation? Megyn Kelly actually, I think, represents the exception rather than the rule in the sense that they haven't changed things a lot since adding Greta Van Susteren at 10 o'clock. Now, Greta will move to, I believe, at 7 o'clock, and you'll have O'Reilly at 8, and Megyn Kelly at 9. She says she's not going to be an opinion host, but it's an opinionated take on the news or treatment of the news nonetheless. She certainly has a real edge to her. It's not clear how much younger that audience will be, but it is clear that she is quite a popular figure there. I think Ailes' formula is ideological, combative, unapologetic, and that they want to have fun. They want to look like they're having fun, and they usually do. And I think that's worked for them very well.